Imagine a person being blessed as a believer, the very group of people that Allah has promised Jannah, the ultimate reward in the hereafter. But that person ends up going astray, knowingly or unknowingly, wasting the chance of eternal pleasure. It's the most foolish thing that a human could do. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Beware, there's a piece of flesh in the body. If it becomes good, the whole body becomes good. But if it becomes corrupt, the whole body becomes corrupt. That piece of flesh is the heart." In this video, I will share with you 7 things a Muslim should never do so that he or she can keep their heart in a good state. But let me remind you, if you are arrogant, lacking in faith, or easily distracted by worldly desires, this message may be challenging for you. Number 1, cherry-picking religious teachings. You see, Islam isn't like a buffet where you choose what suits your desires. It is a complete way of life, designed by Allah, who knows us better than we know ourselves. It is the last religion on this earth, sealed as the truth for all of humanity. Yet some people, even Muslims among us, think they can change Islam to fit their own wants in the modern world. But that's not how it works. Listen carefully. Islam doesn't need to adapt. It is us who need to align ourselves with its teachings. It is perfect as it is and provides a solution to all of your problems if you just dare to seek knowledge and apply it. We offer free Islamic courses in our BraveDeen Patreon account, link in the description below. Number 2, laughing uncontrollably. We all can enjoy a funny moment, but here's the thing. Too much of it, especially when it leads into uncontrollable laughter, to the point where you scream and roll on the floor, it can be devastating for your iman. Remember what our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Do not laugh too much, for excessive laughter kills the heart." Our Prophet ﷺ had never laughed loudly with his mouth wide open. Yet nowadays, we see Muslims uncontrollably laugh at everything, even the slightest jokes, and even the most serious environments. This is not manly. Grow up. Don't let your laughter become a habit that wastes your energy that otherwise you could use to serve your Creator. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't have fun. It's about finding balance. We can find happiness in moderation, keeping our hearts connected to Allah even in moments of joy. But guard yourself against losing yourself in it. Number 3, talking too much while saying nothing. We've all been there, either by doing it ourselves or lending an ear to someone's gossip. It might seem harmless, but it's a slippery slope that leads to being too focused on others and neglecting yourself. If you are in a place that constantly brings up endless conversations with no substance, warn them about the consequences. If they do not listen, just leave, because those empty words won't add value to yourself or others. Our Prophet ﷺ wisely advised, whoever believes in Allah and the last day should speak good or remain silent. In other words, if you don't have something beneficial to say, don't open your mouth. It's not about being mute. It's about being mindful of your words. Engage in conversations that matter, that uplift, and that increases knowledge. Remember, it's better to be silent and thoughtful than to speak and regret. Number 4, eating and sleeping excessively. Let's address a common trap we often fall into: eating and sleeping too much. It's easy to indulge in laziness and eat more than you can handle. The truth is, this leads to decrease in productivity and even spiritual stagnation. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us in the hadith where he said, "The son of Adam does not fill any vessel worse than his stomach. For the son of Adam, a few mouthfuls are sufficient to keep his back straight. But if he must, fill 1/3 of food, 1/3 for drink, and 1/3 for air. Furthermore, there are specific times, like the last third of the night when the world is quiet, that should be used for prayer, reflection, and self-improvement, rather than excessive sleep. Remember, as we discussed earlier, it's not about deprivation, it's about balance. Moderation in food and sleep brings clarity, energy, and focus. Let's make the most of our waking hours and ensure our bodies and minds are in harmony with our deen and dunya. Number 5, rushing through everything. Another common mistake we make is rushing through everything in our lives, whether it's daily tasks, prayers, even our interactions with others. Approaching things in a hurry often leads to low quality and lacks the essence of ihsan, the concept of excellence in Islam. Listen, if you rush through your tasks, thinking you can get more done in less time, you're only fooling yourself. Your work will lack precision, your prayers will lack devotion, and your relationships will lack depth. Rushing is a trick of shaitan. He wants you to believe that the world is slipping away, that you must hurry. But the truth is, we control nothing. Only Allah is in control. Our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us about rushing. He said, rushing is from shaitan. In Islam, we're taught to approach everything with calmness and clarity. Whether it's a task at work, your prayer, or a conversation with a friend, you should take your time. Quality is better than quantity, and excellence comes from patience and dedication. Remember, life is not a race, it's a journey, so put your trust in Allah's plan. Number 6, ignoring oppression or falsehood. How many Muslims unknowingly turn a blind eye to injustice, even when it's right in front of them? Here is the reality. The reason why Muslims around the world are suffering is because they don't stand up against falsehood. They choose to stay silent. But that silence only allows the injustice to persist. Our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ emphasized the importance of standing against oppression and falsehood. He said, help your brother, whether he is an oppressor or he is oppressed. The Sahaba asked, O Allah's Messenger, it is all right to help him if he is oppressed, but how should we help him if he's an oppressor? Our Prophet answered, by preventing him from oppressing others. We, as Muslims, are obligated to uphold truth and justice. Even if it means speaking out against a close friend that is misguided, we must do it. If we can't stop the injustice with our hand, we speak out against it. And if you can't do that, at least keep a sincere intention in your heart and make dua. Stand up for what's right. Use your voice and prayers to bring about positive change. Number 7, bragging and showing off. People tend to seek public recognition, to boast about achievements, and this is extremely dangerous. It stems from arrogance or kibr. Don't fall into the trap of bragging about your deeds, always seeking praise from people. This is the disease of the heart known as riya. Remember to keep your intentions pure for the sake of Allah, not for others' approval. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us about this. He said, no one will enter paradise who has even a mustard seed's weight of arrogance in his heart. In Islam, sincerity and humility are keys to any good deed. It's not just about what we do or the amount you give. It's about why and how we do it. Ideally, you should perform acts of worship and kindness in secret, where only Allah sees. The sincerity in secret deeds outweighs any public show. Remember, it's not about the applause of people. It's about earning Allah's pleasure. In the end, only your humility will lead you to true greatness. If you want this message to reach more Muslim men, like this video and subscribe. If you made it all the way to the end, write BraveDeen below to let us know you made it. You're welcome to join our supportive Discord server and gain free Islamic knowledge on Patreon. Links are in the description below. Until next time, stay blessed and steadfast. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.